Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Chit Chat Get Ready with me, giving you guys some life updates and just some random other chatter. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. Before we get into that though, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. So I've got my list of topics written down, and we're just going to do Chit Chat Get Ready with me. I don't think I'm going to mention the products. Hopefully I remember. I might be a little inconsistent, but I don't think I'm going to talk much about the products. I might just list everything in the description box down below or maybe on the screen. But I have a bunch of updates I want to talk about and just some miscellaneous stuff, and I'm sure other things will pop up along the way. But let's get started with the eyes and just get talking. So I have like everything laid out in my palette. I'll just say what I'm using. I'm going to use my Lethal Cosmetics Lethal is Dead palette just today. Anyway, okay, enough about the makeup. So the first thing I wanted to do is give a little bit of a Scooter update. If you don't know, Scooter is my dog. I'm not talking about the transportation device. We're not talking about razor scooters. We're talking about my dog Scooter. And I think the last Scooter update I did was I was saying that we were taking him to a neurologist, which was, he went to the neurologist in June. If you don't know, my dog has epilepsy. He has idiopathic epilepsy, so basically it means he gets seizures for no reason, like there's no medical reason for his seizures. He has a beagle, and beagles, that is actually one of the primary health concerns of beagles is they're prone to seizures. So, you know, he was only diagnosed with it a year ago. And we had decided to take him to a neurologist because we kept not getting our main vet at our vet, just because the last two times we had went prior to going to the neurologist, the first time our vet was pulled into an emergency surgery, like for an animal. And then the second time we didn't actually have an appointment, but we asked if there was any availability when he was getting his blood work, and they said yes. So the last two times we hadn't seen our like main vet, and so this other vet we were seeing, I didn't really like her because she was basically just like, well, he's having like seizures every 3 weeks, and she was like, we'll just watch it. And I'm like, okay, well maybe we should get a second opinion. And at that point he started to have more, like he had like 5 over the span of like 4 weeks. And so we were recommended a neurologist. Like it was a clinic that's not your main vet. You just go there for your dog's neurological problems. So we made an appointment for June. And the vet was so great because we were able to get like an actual treatment plan and like have goals for like where we want his epilepsy to be. So the vet set a goal of 1 every 8 weeks, which is kind of the baseline he usually gives to people. And you know, you might have to shorten it, you might have to say every 6 weeks or every month, but for the most part that's kind of like his baseline. And he upped Scooter's prescription and said, you know, call if he has one before 8 weeks. He had one shortly, like a few days after the appointment, but since he wasn't on his medication for that long, we didn't really count that one yet. So he made it to about 5.5 or 6 weeks. I can't quite remember at this point. And we called the vet and he increased his medication again. So originally Scooter was getting 3 pills, or 1 pill 3 times a day. When we first saw the neurologist, he was getting 1.5 pills 3 times a day. And then after he didn't make it to 8 weeks, the vet increased it to 2 pills 3 times a day. And so, once we did that, that was like the magic, that was the magic number, and Scooter made it to 12.5 weeks without having a seizure. He had one about 2 weeks ago, I think, at this point. So we knew it was coming because he had never made it this long without a seizure. And when we hit 8 weeks, like that was incredible. And to like make it to 12 weeks, we were just, every day I was like a little bit on edge, like, oh my god, like he's gonna have a seizure. Like we knew it was coming because, I mean, it was gonna happen eventually. And so, speaking of Scooter, here he comes. There he is. So we knew it was coming and we knew it was gonna happen, but yeah, I'm just so happy he made it to 12 weeks without a seizure. And I mean, we're still watching him, so now we're kind of, my boyfriend and I, we're kind of watching him to make sure that that's like repeatable, you know, like he made it to 12.5 weeks. Will he make it to at least 8 weeks again? So cross your fingers for Scooter, but he's doing really, really well. And I don't know, it's just nice not having to expect a seizure every 3 weeks, because they're so awful to watch happen to your dog. It's really, I mean, I've like cried the whole time watching it happen, just because it's so hard to watch. And that's something like a lot of people say when like vets or like resources you read, like the dog doesn't know that it's happening, like he's like not conscious when it's happening, but like being the human on the other side, like making sure he's okay, making sure he doesn't overheat or like bump into anything, that can be like a really emotional process to watch happen. And so it's just really difficult, you know? So I'm just so glad that he made it. And yeah, otherwise he's doing really well, except for the fact that he has to get a tooth removed because he broke it. I don't know what happened, if it was kind of over a series of events or what, but he broke his tooth. So part of it broke off, the other part is still in his mouth. So he has to get surgery, and when we saw the vet at the end of August, she was like, yeah, so we're kind of backed up with surgeries, and so since it's not an emergency and he's not like infected or in pain, it's going to be about 6 months. And we're like, oh my god, like that places are backed up, like over here at least where I live. Let me know if they are by you guys, if you have a dog, because like my mom, she has 2 puppies, and like at least one of them needs to get neutered so they don't make more puppies soon. And my mom can't even get one of them neutered until February, which is just wild. But yeah, so Scooter will probably get his tooth removed February or March, maybe January. It kind of depends. We just keep an eye on him to see if he shows any signs of pain. But yeah, the little guy is gonna have to get his tooth removed, which I'm not excited to pay for, but luckily we were able to save up for it, obviously, because we have a total of 6 months, 5 to 6 months to save for it. So we're just kind of waiting for the vet to call us. They said they'd call like a month or 2 in advance to like schedule the appointment. Yeah, hopefully he only needs the 1 tooth removed, like right, I don't know if it's like before, or like we bring him in beforehand, or if it's the day of the surgery. They're gonna do dental x-rays to see if any other teeth need removing, just since if you have your dog knocked out, you should probably do them all. Oh my god, sorry about the mirror that pops up at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, he's got to get his teeth removed, which is also a bummer, but he'll be okay. He will make a speedy recovery. At least he won't need to wear a cone of shame, because like the surgery is on his mouth. I'm curious what they're gonna, we didn't ask, we'll ask like obviously when it gets closer, but like what he'll have to eat, like wet food, I don't know. I like know it's probably gonna happen at some point, but like, you know, sometimes when your dog gets sick and like the vet has you like make just like plain chicken and rice. I've never cooked chicken in my life before because I went vegetarian at 18, so I'll have to learn how to make chicken if he has to eat plain soft chicken. I don't know. I always think about that, or like if he ever has like a stomach problem and he has to eat plain food, I'm like, I don't even know how I would cook chicken. I mean, I know you just cook it in the oven or on a pan or whatever. Have you guys been watching the final season of Buzzfeed Unsolved? I know I mentioned this, I know I always mention Buzzfeed Unsolved. It's just, I love putting it on when I'm like cleaning or like have nothing else to watch, and just like rewatching old episodes or watching the new episodes. It's always interesting. So I always watch it with my boyfriend, and he's a total Shane and I'm a total Ryan. So we'll like argue back and forth about whether or not it's compelling evidence of like a ghost. We just watched the newest one where they had some really clear whistling. My boyfriend's like, oh, there's probably like a draft. It's probably just like wind in the house. And I'm like, I don't oh, that's pretty clear. My boyfriend is someone who doesn't believe in ghosts but wants to be proven wrong. And I believe in ghosts, and I don't want to be proven that I'm right. I also wanted to talk, okay, so I wanted to do this for October, this potential series on my channel. I think I was gonna call it Makeup and Monsters, and basically a kind of a riff on Bailey Sarian, Robert Welch, Ghost Story Makeup Monday, Murder Mystery and Makeup Monday, kind of, you know, the movies and Makeup Monday, like what people do. But basically it would be talking about, like, I think my original plan was to do a weekly episode in October and have it about different cryptids, because if you can't, I don't know if you can see, I have my little Mothman earrings and I have a Mothman shirt. Mothman's my favorite cryptid. And so I thought it'd be fun to do that, but like I just didn't have time to prepare it or like film it or edit it in October. So I was thinking maybe I could make that like a once a month kind of thing, and just like have fun with it, because I love cryptids. The Mothman episode of Buzzfeed Unsolved is probably my most watched episode. Same with the Bigfoot one. I don't know what I just think cryptids are fun, and like I don't necessarily believe in them. I just think it's like fun, and I like hearing the stories, and I don't know, I just think they're fun. And so I thought that could be like a really fun series to do just like occasionally. So let me know if you'd watch it, because it takes a lot of work, I know, to like research and like put together those videos. But if you're interested, let me know, because I had started doing research for like a Mothman episode. So if you're interested, let me know, because I would love to do that. But I mean, maybe I should just test it out. I just don't want to put all the work into it and then like I get like 30 views, just because I don't obviously make videos for views. Like I just have fun doing this. But I do have goals for my channel, and I don't want to put like hours and hours of work into like doing a research-based video and like no one watch it. So if you are interested, let me know. Maybe I'll test one episode out and see how it goes. Especially since I already started research for the Mothman one. Anyway, let me know if you'd be interested, because I would love to do that. The next and kind of like biggest update I wanted to talk about was kind of like, they kind of go hand in hand, which was like mental health, and also the fact that I got a new job. So obviously I'm a broken record at this point, but I had a really hard September, and if I'm being honest, I had a really hard 2020 and 2021, just like in total. Just not having a good time. My mental health has probably been in the worst it's ever been. Just like not having a great time with my mental health. And like I knew, okay, I'm always gonna have anxiety, but I knew a big part of my anxiety was my job. And so I've been job hunting on and off, because I knew my job was making me happy. Like I liked the people I worked with, I liked for the most part what I was doing, but my old workplace was very much hustle culture and just like work, and just a lot of pressure to overwork yourself. And I feel like when I first started, I was like, yes, like I can do that, like work super hard, like I'm on it. But like I've changed my view, and I think in a 40-hour work week, you can still work really hard and do your job successfully and then have reasonable hours. Like you don't need to work like unreasonably long hours just to like help build a business and like do your job effectively. And it got to a point where the work culture just wasn't for me. I was feeling anxious all the time. But like, especially like in September, like I felt like I was putting all of my energy into being a competent employee and trying to do my job to the best of my ability, that I had no energy to like do anything else. Like I would basically work, close my computer, and lay down, and I like had no energy to do anything I loved. I had no, like, that's why I was gone for a lot of September, is like I just physically couldn't get myself to do anything other than work or lay in bed. And so for me, like the job hunting process was really hard, because I just like, the job hunting process in itself is like a full-time job. It's so difficult out there, especially right now. Like so many people you know, lost their jobs over a year ago and they're still trying to find work, and everyone wants to apply to like remote positions because they all want to work from home. And so it was really hard for me because like I just had no energy to do it. I like couldn't muster up the energy to job hunt. And I did it a few times. I went on some interviews. If a recruiter messaged me on LinkedIn, like I would take them up on it and just see if it would be a good opportunity. And every time it was like not a good fit, or I was just lying to myself that I wanted the job when I really didn't. And you know, it always resulted in no's or me withdrawing my application. And so I was just like not having a great time until I got a message from a recruiter, and I took him up on it. It was basically like this guy, like he like works for a recruiting agency that specializes in this like software that I use. Like you're like experts in this marketing software that I use. And so I was like, sure. I didn't know how it would go because I don't have much agency experience. I had a marketing internship at an agency like 5 or 6 years ago now, and that was like my only agency experience, and I've always been open to it. And that's what kind of the direction I thought I was gonna go in like post college, but like I didn't get a job in an agency after college. So I had no idea if it was gonna work out for me. Luckily, it did, and I have a new job, and I just finished my first week. And I'm so happy. Like the whole interview process was like the best interview process I've ever had. Like it was not me lying to myself that I wanted this job. It wasn't me like I ticked all the boxes of what they wanted. Like I could tell they actually liked me. And it was one interview with like the hiring manager, and then one interview, like a panel interview with like the leadership team. And like even that like went really well, and I just like I could tell I like meshed well with the team environment. And so luckily I got the job, and I'm so happy. I just finished my first week, and it's already I still have anxiety. Like I woke up this morning anxious for no reason. Now it's just for no reason, not my job. But I'm just so happy, and it feels good to actually like what you're doing. And like I don't know how to explain it. Like for a period of time I thought like maybe I made the wrong choice, like that marketing wasn't for me, or I chose the wrong career field, and I was like, how do I pivot away from marketing? And it just feels good to know that it was more I needed a new workplace. I needed a new challenge. Like I wasn't feeling challenged in my previous role, and so I just feel very optimistic for my career future. And I'm excited to start work again on Monday, because the first week, you know, is kind of like a BS week. Like a lot of times you're just sitting around getting familiar with the team and like their processes and everything. So I'm excited next week. So like I said, it's at an agency, and they like kind of distribute client work on Tuesdays. It's like a Tuesday to Tuesday sprint. So I'm excited. On Tuesday I should actually start getting more. I've done a little bit of client work already. Like I did a competitor analysis and keyword research and stuff, but I will actually have like an abundance of client work to do starting next week, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to really get my hands into like actually working, and I think I made a really good choice, and I'm really, really happy. But oh my god, the worst part of the job hunting process is not the interviewing process. It is the 2 weeks after you put in your 2-week notice, because that was terrible. Like everyone took it well, but they were like not happy. I don't think they were expecting me to leave. And it's, yeah, I don't think they were expecting me to leave, so I think it came as a bit of a shock. And also, the interview process for this job was so fast. It went so fast. Like the recruiter reached out to me on a Wednesday, and the following Wednesday in the afternoon is when I signed my offer letter. So like it only literally took a week. And of course, so on Thursday I needed to give my boss my 2 weeks notice, but of course, him and anyone else I would tell was at our company's first in-person conference since COVID started. So that was not ideal, telling your boss over the phone. I mean, luckily we work at a really casual company, and he doesn't hold, like, he understands why I'm leaving, and he said he's happy for me and thinks it's a really good choice for me. But it is so awkward, and then, like, hold on, okay. It's just so uncomfortable, and, like, having to, like, being in this weird limbo period where, like, you're like, yeah, I don't want to work here anymore, but I'm here for 2 more weeks, and hold on, I need to turn on the fan. I just turned the fan on and turned the air off, or the heat off, because it was getting so warm in here. For consistency, I don't want to take my shawl off. All that's to say is I feel very thankful that I was able to find a new job, and I think this is, it sounds so dramatic, but I have, like, a new, like, I just feel better. Like, I feel so much better. Like, a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I just feel so optimistic for my future, and I feel like, I just feel better. Like, another thing is, like, I feel like over this whole year, like, it sounds so silly, but I feel like I lost a little bit of myself, and a little bit of, like, especially when it comes to, like, I wouldn't consider myself a fashionable person by any means, but I definitely feel like I lost my style. And I feel like the clothes you wear can often affect, like, how you feel about yourself. And so I was often just wearing sweatpants and, like, whatever t-shirt I could find. And, like, yeah, that's nice to wear occasionally, but it didn't really put me in, like, the working mindset. I don't know, I just, like, didn't feel the best about myself. And like I said, I don't consider myself a fashionable person, but I just felt like the clothes I was wearing them because they were comfortable, but, like, I don't know, I didn't feel like myself anymore. And so, yeah, I'm, like, if you have any tips for, like, refinding your style, and, like, I don't know, I've been trying to watch a lot of fashion videos on YouTube right now, just to, like, inspire me. I've been, like, this is so ridiculous. I've been, like, I'm getting ready for, like, I don't know, like, I'm in high school trying to get ready for the, like, having to wake up at 6 a.m. and, like, get ready for the next day. I've been, like, laying out my clothes, like, the night before, which has been really helpful, and, like, trying to make more, like, fashion forward choices, but still being, like, comfortable, since I do still work from home, luckily. So if you have any tips for, like, finding your own personal style, let me know, because I could use some help, because I don't really know where to go or what to do. Seen the news that Harry Styles is gonna be in the Marvel movies. Apparently, rumor on the street is he signed on for 5 Marvel movies. Now, if you guys have been watching any of my Get Ready With Me's, or, like, when I do looks in my, like, look videos or my BYOP videos, you guys know I've been watching Marvel movies with my boyfriend, and I didn't really enjoy them until we got to Ant-Man. Ever since we got to Ant-Man, I've been really, really enjoying them. It's just the magic of Paul Rudd, you know? But I've really been enjoying them. Okay, sorry about that, my boyfriend just called me. But I just finished my lipstick off. If you're curious, this is Bury Me in Lipsticks from the Colourpop and Sophia Nygaard collection. But yeah, the Marvel movies, I started liking them after Ant-Man. We just watched Black Panther last night. We were kind of got to a point where we were watching some movies out of order, so now we're, like, caught up to speed. I just watched Black Panther last night. I really like that one. That is all I think I wanted to talk about for this video, for the most part. I wrote some bonus topics down just in case I ran out of stuff to talk about, but I did not, so we can save that for another day. But this is all I wanted to talk about today. I'm just feeling so much better, and I just wanted to give you some updates and just chat about it. But yeah, let me know how things are going for you down below. I hope you are having an amazing time, an amazing fall season. I've been thriving, and I think that's all I'm going to talk about for today. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you like down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!